is moving around too much and having your energy too high, right? And this happens when you get nervous. Learn to focus on talking more in a laid back tone, right? For example, let me show you an example. Let me show you an example of how I want you guys to talk to women, right? Notice this, right? It's gonna come up right now because a lot of the times we don't notice our pitch, our tone of voice, right? And this is how I don't want you to be like Dana White. Let me show you. Look, watch this.
And he's been
Don't be like, oh.
He's never fought anybody.
He's never lost
He's never lost.
in his career.
Since he's come.
Notice the way he's talking loud, and notice the way the other guy with the skinny guys. Notice the way the big guy's talking versus the skinny guy. I want you to talk like the skinny guy. There's something about that of talking calmly and not talking loud that communicates a calm confidence. But also, women like to feel a warmness and a sensitivity. And even though you may not be like a butterfly, like sensitive like a gay man, but just having a relaxed tone, right? Not speaking loud. You relax them and they'll feel comfortable. So it doesn't mean that all of them are gonna want you, but the point is that they're comfortable with you. So learn to just speak relax. Keep watching.
Come back since the Pride days. Listen, if he was still fighting the cowgirl fights from the Pride days, I wouldn't argue with you one bit.
Right.
He is so far from being the
Where
best.
do you have him?
Huh?
Would you put him top 5?
He hasn't fought anybody. The thing.
And notice his body language is he's more relaxed, he's moving less, he's talking less, he's not interrupting him, right? In fact, let's just say that this is an argument and you're in a social circle and you're talking to people. Let the other person get riled up and you be relaxed. Even though the other person might be beating you in the debate, as an example, make the goal of all of that just to show how chilled back you are. You get what I'm saying?
Thing that you have to understand is if you take a guy like
never
Anderson,
lost, ever.
Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, BJ Penn, any of the guys that are in the top tier in the heavyweight, they're fighting the best fighters in the world three times a year.
That's why I think GSP, when he's been tested with
Well,
finish.
you just-
Right? So that's more of the vibe. Just be more chilled out, talk less, right? Now, if you watch the video, you'll notice that he doesn't move too much, right? He's more relaxed. He's more talking, right? You got to understand. You got to look at it from a woman's perspective, right? You just look like a calm dude. Women don't feel threatened by that. When you're too masculine, and when I say masculine, I mean too much, using too much bravado, too much, like too much of your physicality, and you just relax. You say, "Hey, how are you?" "No, I'm good." Just relaxing, right? That you might not think is attractive, but in their minds, they just feel comfortable around you, and that should be the whole point. Because, like I said, the women just need to see you as a good guy. It's not about her. If you focus on just living your life and making friends, women, they'll recommend you to their friends. One day you might be talking, and maybe your good friend might bring Melissa, the fucking swimsuit girl, right? And Melissa may like you. "Oh, this is Alexis. He's a nice guy." "Oh, nice to meet you." If you're an asshole, show your assholeness when you're dating a person, right? And I don't mean hitting them. I mean like the shit that we talk about. But with no more people, stop trying to hit on every girl. Stop trying to get every girl's number. Stop trying to bang every girl. Make friends with them. If they like you, they'll make a move. It's how it works. This is why a lot of you guys, and I'm not saying everyone, but just don't make friends, is because you see them as objects. And again, look, I understand. You want to get it off, right? The issue is that women can sense that, and they pull away and they talk. And if they think you're creepy by you talking too much, moving around too much, trying to get all the attention, right? And just trying to hit on every girl that she introduces you to, they're not gonna want to hang around you. And you'll end up having friends with only dudes, and there's nothing wrong with that because dudes are, I have friends that are dudes, right? But you need to balance it out. Too much masculinity, you could gain bad habits by hanging around too many dudes. just so you could gain some bad habits by hanging around too many women. What you got to do is balance it, because we all mirror each other. So you have to have some women in your life. Too much masculinity will push the women away because they'll be scared of you, man. You know? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is pretty much how to act like a gentleman, right? I'm not saying to be a pushover. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying to do everything that a woman says or to be at their foot, you know, no. I'm saying that to be a gentleman, you have to play a role. And that's, don't say offensive things, right? You could be funny, right? Just make sure what are the politically correct things to say. Because look, you could be an asshole, but just make sure in the public light, and when I say public, I mean around physical people, maybe not online. You can say what you want online, but around physical people, you gotta say what's politically correct and what's not, what's good. You also have to look for what are the virtue signaling that people send out. What do they consider to be a good thing, right? Is like, and again, this might sound a little manipulative, right? And I'm gonna include that for another day, actually. But a guy that doesn't understand the concept of you have to act a little bit is a guy that, yeah, you're an honest person. I will come to you for an honest opinion, but I can promise you, you're so honest, you're losing friends. You're so honest, you're losing women. It's just how it is. There's something you got to keep to yourself. Like I said, remember the joke that I was talking about, where I told the girl, why don't you give a woman a watch? And she was like, why? Because there's the clock on the stove, right? It was a joke. But in her mind, she took it as a real thing. And now you might say, but she's just one girl. Yes, but that one girl talks. And that one girl will tell other women that I'm a sexist. And then other women will say it, will hear it. And that's not the type of reputation you want to have, right? Because yes, some women might be curious and come up to you and, you know, and like you. But the damage that it does to your reputation is very difficult to deal with, right? And the thing is a lot of the times you're not going to know they're talking about you. You're just going to notice you don't have any female friends. Like the consequences of this is not obvious. It's just that you die in quiet desperation, bro. Women alienate men who are too threatening per se, you know? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is pretty much the art of manliness, to be honest with you. I wish I learned this when I was younger, right? Because when I was younger, I made all of these mistakes. I pushed a lot of people away with my neediness. But if you practice mindfulness, right? By practicing mindfulness, you could easily fix this. Because when you learn to develop mindfulness, and another thing is moving slower.
All right, people, if you guys enjoy that type of content, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one and you guys have some situations you guys want me to answer, maybe somebody's playing you, maybe somebody doesn't like you, maybe you want to make somebody like you, maybe you want to tell me your situation and see what I think, you guys can click on the description down below and purchase a one-on-one phone coaching call with me that is completely confidential and nobody knows about it. And there I'll be able to give you my personal opinion about your situation. And at the end of the day, when you work with me, you're gonna get answers, all right? The point is that you're not gonna waste your time. If you guys want to do that, click on the description down below. Those are the one-on-one private confidential phone calls. And if you guys want to be able to, for me to answer your questions, like you see in my videos where I answer questions, you guys can book an email coaching session, which is more affordable, and you guys can change things around, and nobody will know it's you. And there you'll be able to get a one-on-one type of coaching, and I'll be able to post it on YouTube. And the beauty about it is that nobody finds out, because you could just change your name, people. You say you're in China, I'm gonna say you're in Australia. Nobody's gonna find out, people. Now, I wanna make it clear. The private one-on-one phone call are private, confidential. The email coaching calls, as you guys can see, are things that I post on YouTube. They're more affordable, and they let me post a video on it. As long as you change things around, nobody will know it's you. So don't be shy, man. I love working with people, and at the end of the day, it's my passion to help people. You guys have no idea how happy this makes me to be able to help you guys at an individual basis. And at the end of the day, you're gonna get my honest advice. A lot of people bullshit you just to bring you back as a customer. If you guys are looking for that honest advice, this is the guy for you, okay? See you guys.